What's up, it's Cinema Shogun here, and I need your help. Yes, you. Watching this video right now, sitting in your living room, shocked, pointing at yourself like, me? Is he talking to me? Yes, you. I need your help. I need you to tell me, and I want an honest answer. I need you all to tell me if you think this photo is real or if this photo is staged. Now, there is no right or wrong answer to this question. This is not a pop quiz. You are not back in high school. I just want you all to tell me what you think. And I'm going to show you all the photo in just a moment. But first, let me give you some backstory. Now, when I cover stories, I try to take a non-biased approach. I try to approach every story with an open mind. I always operate under the belief that anything is possible, and I try to explore every avenue. But I got to admit, I'm a little bit biased when it comes to this situation. Now, the story that I'm talking about is the Shanquella Robinson story. We talked about it on this channel multiple times. Just to give you a quick synopsis here, this woman traveled down to Mexico with 5 people who she believed were her friends. Well, it turned out that all of her friends returned home from Mexico, but Shanquella did not, because Shanquella was killed by one of her friends while in Mexico. So the story's been going on for a while now, and I gotta admit, I kind of took a step back from covering the story because I'm simply not going to put my energy somewhere where people are causing complete mayhem and madness. This has been a story that is extremely difficult to keep up with. And don't get me wrong, I can keep up with the story. But when it gets to the point where it feels like your coverage, like if I were to have continued covering the story, every video about this story would just be me saying, hey, that person was lying about this. Hey, that video you saw, that video was fake. Hey, that's a rumor, that's fake. And I don't want all my videos to be me policing other people's content, but it was just so many lies and rumors and falsehoods being spread about this story to the point that I was just like, I'm taking a step back. Because what my job here is, I don't think that I'm going to solve a case. I don't view myself as an investigator. I'm here to inform the public. And when the public takes a story and they go crazy with it, then hey, I have the right to step back for my own mental health. So I took a step back from this story. I've been paying attention, but there hasn't been any real solid updates. The last time we checked in, we were told that one of Shanquella Robinson's friends was arrested. This guy, I believe his name is like Gerardo Zuniga, and I know that I'm probably pronouncing his name wrong. He's a Mexican journalist who was attached to this story from early on. And listen, I see comments in my videos every time I talk about the story. They're like, why do you call this guy a Mexican? Why do you refer to him as a Mexican journalist? Listen, please stop fake being offended by the things I say in my videos. I refer to this guy as a Mexican journalist because he is a journalist from Mexico. And it's funny because he literally stamped these pictures that I'm about to show you all with the stamp that says Gerardo Zuniga, the Mexican journalist. So even this dude refers to himself as the Mexican journalist. There's nothing racist or mean about me calling him a Mexican journalist. But people want to be offended by everything. Honestly, it's mainly white people who pretend to be offended for other races of people. Please sit back and shut up. Some of you all are referring to these people as Latinx, and they don't even want that. So shut up. The Mexican journalist, Gerardo Zuniga, he announced that one of Shanquella's friends, Dejanay, he announced that she was arrested. Now, I broke that news here on my channel. Other people broke that news. Yahoo News broke that news. Mainstream media outlets followed up with this journalist, and they all broke this news that we all received from this journalist. Well, turns out Dejanay has not been arrested. No one has been arrested. And I don't know if this dude was just lying for clout. I don't know if there's a mix-up in the translation of words. I don't know what is going on here, but this guy was providing false information. And I found that kind of upsetting because I trusted the guy. I don't know the guy. I don't know his history, but I like to try to give people the benefit of the doubt. And I gave this guy the benefit of the doubt. And once again, it turned out not to work out in my favor. So I don't know how many people I'm going to continue giving the benefit of the doubt, but I gave this guy the benefit of the doubt. I said that like 10 times already. And I believed him because I felt like this dude is putting his reputation on the line. But one thing I have to realize here on YouTube is that people no longer care about their reputation. Me, I want to provide real factual information. If I make a mistake, I correct it. It's not that I care about what people think of me, but I do care about how can I put it? I don't care what people think about me. I don't care what people have to say about me, but I want to have a positive reputation when it comes to the information that I provide. But I realize that a lot of people don't care about that. They don't care if they have, this asterisk next to their name. They don't care about dragging their own name through the mud as long as it gets them 15 minutes of fame. So I don't know what this dude's motive was. I felt like, he was just a journalist that was attached to the story and he was concerned about this story. But then it turned into something where I started thinking, hey, maybe this guy doesn't know what he's talking about, and maybe he's just in it for clout like other people are into these stories for clout as well. So I don't know how to feel about this guy. And that's why I want you all to tell me what you think. I have my own thoughts, but I want you all to look at this photo. This is supposedly Shanquella Robinson laying on the floor, I would assume already deceased, with medical professionals standing over her. Now, first seeing this photo, I think of like my health books in high school. You know how they would talk about random scenarios and they would have those actors who would take those photos. And, they always seemed kind of corny and they were obviously staged because they were always caught in freeze frame right at the right moment. And that's how I felt when looking at these photos. Because this guy, Gerardo Zaniga, whatever his name is, he already put a bad taste in my mouth. And like I said, I have nothing against the dude. I was in his corner. I believed him. But fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. And I'm not trying to be fooled twice here. So I don't know how far this guy would go. Is this guy so desperate for clout from this story that he would literally go out here and stage fake photo ops? Anything is possible, and people need money and people will go to whatever extent they can to make it. I just don't know this dude and I don't know this dude's character. I don't know how far this guy would go for something like this, but I do know that he reported Dejanay was arrested and that was not true. I don't know what his motive was behind that. I don't know if he's still sticking by that story, and I don't care to really follow up with him that much. But now that he released these photos, like I always say, the internet is going nuts. The internet is ablaze. Everyone's talking about them, and I don't know if they're real or if they're fake. So I can't report to you all that they are real, but I don't want to tell you they're fake because they very possibly could be real. Now, looking at the room, it looks like it's at the same resort. So there are some things there that match up. Obviously, the one thing that sticks out to me in the photo is that Shanquella has clothes on. When Shanquella was attacked, she was naked. We heard that there was a second video of a second attack. We don't even know if that's true yet. And I want everyone to keep that in mind. We do not know that. Gerardo Zaniga is another one of the people who has been spreading that info about a second video. We don't know if that's true. We haven't seen it. So all we know is that Shanquella was attacked while she was butt naked. In this photo, there's a woman laying on the ground with clothes on. If that's Shanquella, that means if Shanquella lost her life due to what happened in that video, then it appears that maybe her friends tampered with her body, meaning that they dressed her and they moved her body to the living room, which is a charge in itself. Anyone who participated in putting clothes on this woman and taking her to the living room, and I can guarantee you, it took more than one person, okay? They used the word or the term dead weight for a reason. It took more than one person. It didn't take a woman or one of those fragile little, I don't even know what to call them. I guess you can call them men, but I don't think Shanquella had any real men in her presence when this happened. I doubt any of their frail asses could carry her to the living room, let alone put clothes on her. So I can guarantee you it was a team effort to do so. And that is a charge in itself. So if these photos are real, and that's really Shanquella laying on that ground, then that should tell you something right there, that these people put forth an effort to put these clothes on her and whatnot. I believe personally that in that video that we saw of Shanquella getting attacked, I think we probably saw some of the blows that led to her demise. We saw her spine, her lower back get smacked right against that bedpost that was jutting out. We saw a lot of stuff, a lot of blows to the back of the head and to the neck. So maybe she was attacked again, but was she ever able to put on clothes? Did Shanquella get dressed after the first video and then another attack happened? Why is she not in the bedroom? Why was she not found in the bedroom? Why was she up front in the living room? Those are questions that need to be asked, because it would show that other people participated in the cover-up of this crime. So I want to know if these photos are real. And I hate that we live in a world where we even have to question that. Why should we have to question if these photos are real? No one should be wasting their time creating fake photos about people who have lost their lives in order to gain attention, in order to mess up ongoing investigations and things of that nature. There are so many other things people could be doing with their lives, but instead they will craft nonsense like this and put it out there. But we don't know. Are the photos real or are the photos fake? There's another person, I think his name, like the NC Beat, North Carolina Beat. He's been really close to Shanquella's family. He believes the photos are fake, but then again, I don't know if, it's one of those situations where this true crime community, it gets really catty. And people feel some type of way, like people want to break this story. And if one YouTuber gets a piece of some information that another YouTuber doesn't have, they begin hating on each other and dissing each other. That's how a lot of this community plays out, and I hate that. I shout out other creators all the time. Other creators shout me out. I think there's enough clicks for everyone to go around, and I think that a lot of us, even though we may cover some of the same stories, we do so in a different manner. We have different opinions. Some people don't even share their opinions. Some people will share the facts of the case. Then you can go to another channel and they could give you their theories and opinions. So I think we all have something to provide here. So there's no need for us to constantly be at war with each other. If I see another YouTuber that breaks some news in a story that I'm covering, I may talk about that breaking news and give them a shout out for breaking that news instead of hating on them and trying to discredit them. But then again, I can't blame the NC Beat for feeling like these photos are fake, because Gerardo Zuniga already put out fake information. So it's just one of those clusterfucks that's hard to really get down to the bottom of. Are these photos real or are they fake? Let me know what you think. I am on the fence. I am totally on the fence, but some of like I said, my own bias is creeping in, and it's making me just not want to trust this dude who has already given fake information. I know he's created a YouTube channel now. Maybe he feels like this is his chance to blow up. Maybe he hired someone to go fake these photos. The paramedics don't even look like they're fully equipped for what they're dealing with. But, I mean, who knows what's going on here? Like I said, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and I will talk to you all in the next video.